An exciting all-new cruise line has arrived in the form of Explora Journeys, and it's so much more than just a luxury spin-off of corporate cousin MSC Cruises. Welcome to Popular Cruising. I am your host Jason Leppert, and this is our deck-by-deck tour and review of Explora 1. And as a reminder, please stay until the end for our concluding pros and cons. Beginning on Deck 4 below the player piano, a Steinway & Sons Spirio no less, is the ship's inviting lobby atrium and lobby bar, setting the scene for a special vessel that is more boutique hotel than traditional cruise ship. And like at all of its bars, alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages are among the line's many inclusions. If you haven't already done so, we invite you at this time to please subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon to be notified when our new videos post. Tucked just behind the stairs is guest services and the destination experiences, aka shore excursions desk. And flanking either side of the atrium is a series of high-end shops. And these go well beyond the usual logo items and sundries.
So on most cruise ships you might have Pandora, FE if you're lucky, but now on Explorer you've got full-on Rolex, and even next door is, you might have heard something called Cartier, things like that. Pretty fancy.
But of course that's just the start of the upscale retailers present on Explora 1. And indeed there is still a lovely collection of couture and other desirable accessories. Descending yet another atrium stairwell is the first of many included restaurants on board at Fil Rouge. The geometric venue is home to fine French cuisine, expertly served by Explora Journeys' attentive waitstaff. Consider not only excellent bread service and exquisite butter, but also the likes of a French Caribbean Cajun-spiced jumbo lump crab cake. That title sure is a mouthful. A refreshing Roquefort salad, succulent lobster thermidor, always a favorite of mine, a veal filet Wellington to make it a surf and turf, and a delicate mille-feuille. Then crossing over at a wonderful wine and shrine table, we find ourselves at the Yacht Club. Another included dining room for Italian cuisine and other Mediterranean favorites, among awesome nautical decor. I'm always a sucker for vintage ocean liner models and other maritime memorabilia, and the food here is just as great. From bread service to a manchego cheese platter, colorful grilled octopus, a perfect carbonara pasta, traditional ossobuco Milanese, and a unique sweet caprese for dessert. My dinner was so good I had to return again to try lunch here, showcasing an alternate bread service of mouth-watering focaccia, a classic caprese-style salad, marvelous beef carpaccio, creamy pesto gnocchi pasta, and a lemony veal scallopini. Rounding out Deck 4 is also the casino, for those looking for a gambling escape, either via digital slot machines or analog table games, as well as the Journeys Lounge and included bar. As main show theaters go these days, this one is closer to a delightfully old-school cabaret lounge than the massive multi-story monstrosities found on other mainstream cruise ships, and I just adore it.
Explora, Explora, bum ba ba dum bum bum, Explora, Explora to you.
Thankfully, the actual entertainment is not provided by yours truly channeling Singing in the Rain, but far more interesting from enrichment lecturers that in our case turned out to be one of the guest musicians as well. Otherwise, entertainment here consists of a mix of 2 vocalists and a live band of up to 6 players for shows ranging from a tribute to Billy Joel to postmodern jukebox-esque sets and truly remarkable jazz routines. At other times, candlelight further dresses up the cabaret for fun performances. In this venue I found the Ace Orchestra most shined, while the vocalists sometimes struggled to carry the room. But the inverse was mostly true on Deck 5. At the alternate Astern Lounge, and again included bar. Where the live instrumentalists didn't always gel. But the singers did stand out more by comparison. And it just so happens that this was not the only entertainment to be had in this venue, as just beyond the decorative bookshelf is a neat self-leveling billiards table for guests to further enjoy. Just behind it at the stern is the first of an impressive count of 5 pools on Explora 1. Padded loungers abound, and the infinity-style pool offers distinct views of the wake. And indoors on the port side is another of the ship's included restaurants. Sakura is a delicious Pan-Asian venue under the beautiful decoration of cherry blossoms. And adjacent to a neat open display kitchen to watch meals be artfully prepared. Here I thoroughly enjoyed a variety of sushi rolls, crispy duck leg confit, gyoza with caviar garnish no less, bluefin tuna tartare, a stupendous lobster pad thai, an excellent lime, mango, and passion fruit topped pavlova. Farther in front is a showcase for the parent company's MSC Foundation, an independent nonprofit organization with the vision to restore the critical balance between people and nature within a generation, according to the line. And next door is a lengthy art gallery, led by an installation of colorful books, and during art sailing, displaying a series of fine art photographs. Before again returning to the top of the previously viewed secondary atrium, which marks the entrance to Marble & Company Grill, the ship's signature included steakhouse. The moody space and its handsome black and white photography perfectly set the scene for a decidedly meaty meal, which in my case began with crushed fingerling potatoes and Normandy butter, before a classic Caesar salad, and a most savory Black Angus Lynn's Family Prime Porterhouse from Illinois stateside, not to mention sides of additional mashed potatoes and fried Brussels sprouts, and sweet send-off of Explora Journey's signature chocolate brownies. Besides all the proper restaurants on board is also the casual Crema Cafe for grabbing complimentary specialty coffees and other treats. Snacks change throughout the day from breakfast to lunch. And so do suites rotate, and seating is available both inside and outside at the promenade. Paninis are always a highlight here, as is the fruity topped chocolate bark, all within earshot of said Spirio player piano, which stretches to the future Journey's ambassador's office for booking enticing future cruises on Explora 1. I, for one, can't wait to come back on board. And a large reason why is the adjacent Anthology restaurant. This is the only dining venue on board that comes with a surcharge, but it is absolutely worth it for prix-fixe meals developed in partnership with genuine Michelin-starred chefs. My 7+ course dinner from acclaimed Swedish chef Emma Bengtsson was hands down the best I've ever had at sea. I was astounded by each bite, from the delectable amuse-bouche of gravlax to caviar yet again, and a beautifully plated hamachi crudo. Part of the fun was watching it all come out of the display kitchen as well, including the bread service that intentionally arrived a bit later, as well as savory smoked venison carpaccio. After searing a lobster tail on the galley, a perfect lobster bisque was poured. Then watching again as my entree was meticulously crafted to make for an outstanding preparation of turbot. And that was all before a trio of desserts: warm chocolate cake a la mode, beautifully composed Arctic bird's nest, and a final box of pedophores. Nestled within the bow of Deck 5 is also Explora 1's Great Ocean Wellness Spa. Just like on MSC cruises, this facility is a standout for rest and relaxation, encompassing at the entrance a soothing lobby and beauty salon. Of course, treatment rooms and treatments themselves, like my intensive muscle release massage and its stretching, were sublime, as is the wellness area, with complimentary thermal suite access to, beyond a faux fireplace, a thalassotherapy style pool, and plenty of padded and heated loungers. Naturally, there's also a steam room and dry sauna to be enjoyed here, as well as ice and an experience shower to cool down by. There's even a lovely outdoor lounging area for additional seating. Heading up to Deck 7 is where my 377 square foot Ocean Terrace Suite was located. As entry-level suites go, this is certainly a comfy one that is officially teddy bear approved, given its plush bedding, extended seating and dining area, and terrace itself. Explora prides itself on its ability to induce an ocean state of mind, and this balcony definitely does just that. Back inside, the minibar is composed of a fully stocked fridge, coffee maker, and complement of glasses and dishware, and there's never a shortage of storage in the suite, let alone electrical and USB power. A long stretch of countertop makes this desk particularly useful for collecting all of your loose things. And just like across the way, both nightstands come with their own USB charging ports and/or electrical outlets, plus induction chargers, although the latter was disappointingly inconsistent at fully energizing my iPhone 15 Pro Max. But otherwise great is a walk-in closet with even more plentiful storage, for clothes and jewelry alike. Okay, I have to take a quick moment here at the vanity desk because this is pretty special. This is the Dyson hairdryer that is basically the best of the best, I would say, or at least my wife would say. So this is what she uses at home. She's even taken her personal hairdryer like this on other cruise ships, and it has not worked. Quite frankly, I think it takes too many amps for some of the plugs on ships, and it just doesn't function. So the fact that this is included in every cabin on board Explora 1 and will actually function is a huge plus. My wife unfortunately could not join me on this cruise, but wanted me to point out how important this bad boy is right here. Every cabin gets a welcome bottle of champagne, and it happens to be that Veuve Clicquot is the entry-level champagne, believe it or not, for the entry-level cabin. So the fact that Veuve Clicquot is the entry-level bottle tells you the kind of quality we're dealing with here on Explora 1. And as the suites go up from here, the level of champagne also goes up to Dom Perignon and such. So pretty nice to have that as an included welcome perk. What's more is the suite's luxurious bathroom, with well-spaced toilet and sink basin. I grew particularly fond of the Mandala Blue by Explora Journeys toiletries, and their fresh sea breeze scent. And even here is yet another, always helpful USB charging port. The tile floor is also heated and can be temperature controlled to your liking, and especially nice is a wide walk-in drying area, and shower complete with hand wand and heavenly rain head. The only shortcoming is not having a heated mirror to keep it from fogging up while bathing, but always a perk are the bonus hanging hooks in the bathroom, as well as outside along the entry hallway. Last but not least in suites is a selection of television programming, such as useful deck plans, a live camera view from the navigation bridge, and of course a large library of free on-demand films, which can be best enjoyed with room service dishes that are equally free of charge. And every item I ordered in across the week was just as tasty as elsewhere on board. When you're ready to book your own suite aboard Explora Journeys, we recommend doing so through our sponsor, Fairy Godmother Travel, who will magically take care of all your trip planning absolutely for free. To get your complimentary quote, just click the link right here, or follow the website, phone number, or email address below. I don't usually point out such things, but it's also worth noting just how spacious the ship's elevators are, and it's not just because of their mirrored surfaces. However, at elevator lobbies, this form over function sofa accent proved to be an easily fixable obstacle when needing to reach cars across the way. Ascending again to Deck 10 at the stern is the location of the Ocean Wellness Fitness Center. Equipped with Total Gym brand gear, ellipticals, treadmills, weights, and more. And a separate motion studio also faces the view. This level is where yet another pool and included bar is available to guests, with its own unique terracing and extra chase lounges. Architecturally, the space is simply impressive. And right above at Deck 11 is the Emporium Marketplace's outdoor seating for the full-service buffet. That spaciously extends inside with more tables and lots of food stations.
So I'm not personally a huge fan of oysters and mussels, but if you are, there's a lot to be had here. Look at this.
Even so, there's lots more in the way of seafood selections that I did thoroughly enjoy. More sushi included, and more wine included. I was amazed by the amount and variety of available food that frankly rivaled that of buffets on much larger cruise ships. And so much of it is prepared freshly and in sight. MSC's pizza is some of the best at sea, and so too is Explora's. And the indoor grill cooks up gourmet burgers extending to delicious salmon ones. There really is no lack of options at the marketplace, also amounting to additional surf and turf as desired. and it's all within reach of beautiful views. As is the still complimentary Gelateria Creperie next door, which, as its name implies, serves up excellent gelato and sorbet, as well as freshly made crepes, perfectly topped to order. And this is also the zone where you'll discover the Conservatory Pool Bar. This grand variety sits underneath a magrodome, so as to be all-weather, either enclosed or opened up. And included beverages are never far away. And besides the pool is a set of warm scenic whirlpools, with one on either side of the ship. Explora 1 is also kid-friendly thanks to the dedicated Nautilus Club, for those aged 3 to 17. Foosball, a pool table, and of course video games fill the fun landscape space. And just on the other side is the chef's kitchen and private dining room for paid cooking classes with a view. And the attached area is perfect for lectures as well as enjoying one's creations. Speaking of my said love of ship models, the one outside the culinary center is especially well detailed. Less to my liking, however, is the presence of a smoking lounge. The leathery furnishings may look inviting, but the secondhand fumes are not. At least they're fairly well contained, so as not to too seriously pollute the adjacent Malt Whisky Bar, which by contrast is my all-time favorite watering hole on board. The venue is both super stylish and stocked to the gills with loads of libations. My bespoke cocktail of choice here is the Caribbean Scotsman, described as deep, intense, and smoky, and made from coffee-infused rum, peated whiskey, ginger and honey liquor, and finished with lemon. And it just so happens that my favorite bar is connected to my other favorite, of the Explora Lounge observation venue. It may seem simple, but having a wraparound venue with forward-facing vistas is perfection. Included here is tea time, as well as of course another bar of epitome. And live piano music further sets a pleasant mood. But there's no denying the views themselves is the best part of the Explora Lounge. Going up again to Deck 12 is where the fifth and final pool is positioned right over the observation lounge, so adults can exclusively enjoy similar alfresco views. Surely with an included beverage in hand from the attached bar. And the running track may be good for exercise, but it's also where lots more padded loungers are available. In addition to some seriously welcome cabanas for shade aficionados. And remember those whirlpools off the Conservatory Pool? Well, there are another two right here, one overlooking each side of the ship again. And lastly, on Deck 14 is a continuation of the fitness center, with outdoor exercise equipment variants and a sizable double sports court. And for those who still have not managed to procure a complimentary beverage, the Sky Bar on 14 is the final location to do so. And it's certainly a beautiful spot for sipping one. Or perhaps while in yet one more whirlpool. Now to wrap up with our final pros and cons. Among the few things we disliked as pains in the aft are some of the entertainment that could use a little polish, the inconsistent induction charging at nightstands, and the unfortunate elevator lobby obstacle. But what we most liked and can take a bow are the new line and ship's exceptional product right out of the gate, best Michelin-starred cuisine at sea and other outstanding fine dining, and large list of luxurious inclusions. Thanks so much for watching. If you would, as it really does help support us, please like this video with a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, while hitting that bell icon to be notified of new videos. Watch our other ones and visit popularcruising.com.